in the country. They buy about 250 big foreclosed homes every single month. They're a displacement machine,
Yes.
as Dominique Walker has said. And so they are part of, they're a machine that is producing the results that we see in this city of so much homelessness and so much displacement. And we found out doing some opposition research about Geyser that he is also on the board of some nonprofits. And one of those nonprofits is a YouTube channel called Prager University. Has anybody heard of this YouTube channel? So your brain's doing what mine did when I heard this. So Prager University is a right-wing YouTube channel that has almost 3 million subscribers. They put out 5-minute videos with titles like "The Suicide of Europe." The suicide of Europe is a white genocide theory. That Europe is killing itself by letting in all of these black and brown immigrants. They're perpetuating like alt-right politics on a mass scale. So they use the money that they earn from displacing black and brown people from this city to perpetuate white supremacist ideology amongst young Americans. So as far as I'm concerned, Greg Geyser is a Nazi.
Yes.
And
Yes.
one thing I love about the Bay Area is we know how to deal with those people. We need to make Greg Geyser we need to make him like Barbecue Becky. Like he needs to be to show his face in public.
Yes.
And so Moms for Housing has a lot of supporters down in LA, which is where Wedgwood is based. I've seen some posters with Greg Geyser's face going up around Los Angeles. There may be some other things happening, cooking down in LA. But from up here, what can we do, right? They don't have offices up here, but there's some stuff we can do. So I hope that everyone grabbed a phone zap sheet, and if you didn't get one, they're on the table back there. So for the rest of this week, we're gonna blow up some phone lines calling out Greg Geyser for what he's doing to the community. So we've got 3 days and 3 targets. Tomorrow, Wednesday, we're gonna call Shelter 37. This is a nonprofit that's based in Los Angeles, and they claim their mission is to improve the overall well-being of children and young adults. So we're gonna call and ask, why do you have Greg Geyser on your board if that's the mission? That doesn't make any sense. We're gonna ask the nonprofit to take him off their board. They may or may not do that, but we do know that they have his cell phone number and they're gonna be calling him when they start getting these calls, right? So the goal of these phone zaps is to just like hit him from so many angles, like you don't know where it's gonna come from next. So raise your hand if you can commit to making at least 1 phone call tomorrow to Shelter 37. Right on. And then with all of these phone calls, this is like really easy stuff to do. So we're gonna be putting this stuff up online. You can share it, like please. Organizing is all about getting more people to come do this stuff with us.
That's right.
So raise your hand if you're down to text 5 friends and ask them to make a phone call. Who's down? All right, right on. So we're gonna win with this kind of energy. So Thursday, the next day, we're gonna be calling the UCLA Anderson School of Business because Greg Geyser is on their advisory board. And so we want to let them know there's a little script here, but basically Greg Geyser is the epitome of the worst parts of the business world, and it reflects very poorly on UCLA for him to be on that board. So raise your hand if you can commit to making some calls on Thursday. Sweet. And then Friday, we're going to call Wedgwood headquarters. They implemented a very complex system after we started calling them. And so you should dial 0 to speak to a person. And you'll notice on the phone zaps that the script for Wedgwood is the shortest one because they're gonna hang up on you. We know that. They're not very creative. But let's call them, let's blow up their lines, let's make it so that they can't pick up the phone all day because they're afraid it's gonna be us when they're calling. Who's down to make calls on Friday to Wedgwood? Right on. Okay, cool. All right, so phone zaps is the first and probably the easiest way that we can support the moms. The second thing that we're going to ask folks to do is we're going to have another neighborhood canvas. Raise your hand if you came out to the first neighborhood canvas. There's some people in here. Give them a round of applause. So on Friday, we had about 30 Moms for Housing supporters come out, and we covered the whole neighborhood. We got over 100 window signs up in the windows. Talk to neighbors, let them know about what Moms for Housing is all about and why we support, and ask them to support. We saw a lot of really strong support from the neighbors. 8 to 9 out of 10 people that we spoke to took a sign and said they supported. So we want to just keep doing this. We want to reach people we haven't reached yet. So Sunday, December 22nd at 2 o'clock, we're going to meet at Mom's house, do a little training, and then go out together. We'll go in pairs so we can have each other's backs, and get more neighbors on board with this campaign. Raise your hand if you think you might be down to come out and knock some doors with us. Right on, and make some noise if you're down to bring a friend. Woo woo! Okay, cool. All right, so 2 more things. On Monday, December 30th, as you've heard, we're going to turn out for court support. There you go. Raise your hand if you're willing to come and stand behind these women when they're facing the judge. Beautiful, beautiful. And then the last thing that we're going to put out there tonight is that if that court date doesn't go the way we want it to, and the court does give the sheriffs the go-ahead to come and remove these mothers and their children from the house, some of the mothers have said that they're not going to leave and that they would take an arrest before they would leave.
We ain't going nowhere.
That's right. So we want to ask people to consider whether you're willing to put your body on the line and to risk arrest, to do like a sit-in, to do some civil disobedience, should the sheriffs come to evict. So I'm not going to ask you to put your hand up right now because that's a really big decision, and I think you should sleep on it, pray about it, talk to your partner, your mom, your dad, whatever about it. But I will say this, we are a community that really believes in taking care of each other and having each other's backs. So every person that does decide to take this risk, to risk arrest, we're going to have your back. So we're going to be asking you to come to a meeting, to meet with our attorneys, to fill out some forms, to make sure that if you get arrested, we're bailing you out, we're making sure that you're safe, we're making sure that everything's okay. So definitely, if you have not yet already, fill out this count on me, and please circle the civil disobedience if you're interested in potentially participating in that, so that we can follow up with you and make sure that we do this in the safest way possible. That's all I got for right now.